This was me at the age of 17. I completely hated the way I looked. So one day I decided I wanted to change. I wanted to join the gym, and I did that. And after countless diet changes and routine changes, I can say now I've confidently built the physique, the aesthetic physique, from a skinny fat base completely naturally that I'm proud of. And hopefully now I have the experience to teach you guys on how to do the same. This guide will cover the mindset, the diet, and the training needed to achieve the physique of your dreams. It will also cover the countless mistakes that I made in my own fitness journey that hopefully you can avoid and achieve results like I did even quicker than myself, so you can get the physique that you always wanted. So firstly, before we start, we need to understand what a skinny fat physique and if you actually have one. So a skinny fat physique, as you can see from this photo here, consists of 3 traits: uneven proportions, or otherwise known as feminine proportions, an uneven distribution of body fat, and complete weakness. And you can see in this photo, I have all of that. I want you to do an actionable step right now. I want you to open your notepad or open your notes app on your phone, and I want you to write down why you want an aesthetic physique and why you want to change your body. If it's for women, fair enough, but you won't get as far and you won't build the physique that you want to as quickly if it's just for that. It needs to come from inside, and you really need to hate your current physique to warrant the immense change that you're about to go through by watching this video. Now then, before we cover anything such as joining the gym, we need to cover the boring part: nutrition. We all know everyone's circumstances are different, what their dietary preferences are, whether they live with their mum or dad, their budget. So I'm not going to give you an exact diet plan because, like I said, everyone's different. So telling you to eat this or eat that doesn't apply to anyone, so it's not really that fair. So I'm going to cover the basics, your diet, before we can move on to the fun part, which is getting your membership and actually transforming your body through the fun part of resistance training. You need to work out what target weight you need to be at. And you can easily do this by working out your height. So get yourself measured, use a measuring tape, put it against your door or whatever. Work out your height and convert it to centimeters. So if you're 6'2", like I am for example, it'll be 188 centimeters. And I want you to take that number, so for example 188, and take away the 1 off it, so then you're just left with 88. And then that is what you want to be in kilograms ideally for your aesthetic physique. So let's say if you're 160 centimeters, your target weight is 60 kg. That's what you want to be at. And I haven't just pulled this number out of thin air. This method of calculating your goal weight, at least for bodybuilding and weightlifting and achieving an aesthetic physique, is widely backed up, because this number, taking away the 1 from the start of your height, leaves you at the good end of the BMI scale, so you'll still be in a healthy range without being classed as overweight. Now 99% of you watching will realise after this, after you've worked out your target weight, is that you're probably underweight, and you'll need to start a process called bulking. Start eating more. You'll only get the physique of your dreams by being in a calorific surplus. This means that you're absorbing more calories than your body is actively burning during one day. I want you to go to the link in the description called the Calorie Calculator. That will help you build your maintenance calories. So it will tell you to enter your height, your age, your weight, and how much exercise you do in the day. And it'll recommend you your maintenance calories. So once you have your maintenance calories, I want you to take that number. So let's say, for example, your maintenance calories is 2,600. I want you to add 500 onto that. And then you get 3,100, right? So that's how many calories you should be eating to get to your goal weight that we described earlier. This extra 500 calories I just described is your calorie surplus. So no matter what your maintenance is, whether it's 3,000, 2,500, 3,500, you will add 500 onto that. And this surplus is what helps you bulk and gain weight. If you need to track your calories, the best app to do it is MyFitnessPal. You can either access through an app or on the website. You don't want a dirty bulk because you'll get fat just like I did. You want to eat clean, unprocessed foods that are low in sugar and give you a high calorie to, I don't know, because most of your appetites will be very, very poor. Because if you're skinny, your appetite is probably very, very bad, right? So you want to be eating high calorie foods that don't fill you up as much. Protein is something that you cannot skip out onto. Protein is a main factor for you actually to break down the muscles and repair them so they grow back bigger. And without protein, then you may as well not even be going to the gym or dieting at all. Realistically, you should be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight to make substantial muscle gains. I want you to get your target weight from earlier, times that by 2.2, use a calculator, and then that is how much you are in pounds. And then, obviously from that, you know that you're supposed to be eating that much in grams of protein. Get your protein from sustainable sources. Don't fall for the high protein gimmicks that you see in the supermarkets, because they don't work and they are unhealthy. Now it's time to get your gym membership. If you truly want to look unrecognizable, home workouts and calisthenics won't cut it. You need to go to a gym where you have the tools to put in 100% of the effort to make the most progress in this beginning stage. When you start working out, you need to dedicate the first 1 or 2 weeks to getting comfortable in the gym. This means learning the form on the machines and just try to have fun while your body is adapting to the new route that you're going to take with your life. Because your body's going to hurt after the first few sessions. You're going to be using muscles that you haven't used probably in your entire life. So the next day when you wake up after these sessions, your muscles will be aching. So I don't want you to go too hard just yet. Just ease yourself into it for the first 1 or 2 weeks. How often you go doesn't matter in this stage. It's just a process of getting you on to the next stage. Once you're ready to start a routine, this should be realistically within 1 month of going. You should start to really focus now, because this is where the main progress comes in. We're going to start tracking our workouts and we're going to start progressively overloading. I want you to start using an app called Strong. It'll be linked in the description and it's available for all devices. But it'll let you track your workouts and progressive overload. Progressive overload is the process of training on heavier weights to build more strength. So each session you go into the gym, you'll consistently up the weight, so your body will get used to training with that weight. So for example, if you did bicep curls with a 10 kg dumbbell and you managed to do that 12 times for 1 set, next session you'd up the weight, you'd do 12 kg dumbbell curls and you'd try to get maybe 8 to 10 reps for your set. And quickly, if you don't know what reps and sets are, a rep is short for repetition. So that's how many times you complete the motion of the exercise. So if it was a bicep curl, it would be 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep, for example. And typically you want to do those in sets. So a set typically in bodybuilding consists of 8 to 12 reps. And for progressive overload, that's the target you want to be aiming for. I recommend now that you'll be lifting heavier, that you limit your body to training full body 3 times a week. Any more will be excessive, because if you're putting in 100% of the effort in your sessions and really pushing yourself, then your body will need the time to recover, because recovery is a really important part in the process. I'm guessing you want to know the full body routine that got me from this to this in just 1 month. Well, it started with 2 full body workout routines. Red workout 1 and yellow workout 2, which alternated. So for a demonstration, let's say I did red workout 1 on a Monday, I would then do yellow workout on a Wednesday, red on a Friday, and then yellow on Sunday, or I'd have a rest day. Screenshot if you need to, but I would have rest days in between, and I would do this for a month straight to see immense progress in my strength. I would stay on full body for at least 1 month before starting any other program such as push-pull legs or Arnold split. This is because those routines don't really prioritize strength as much, and we need to build your strength up and your foundation up before we start focusing on the aesthetic muscles. So now I'm going to quickly run you through the exercises that I did on both days, starting with workout 1. So we start with squats. Here, just really focus on pushing your hips back and pushing through the heel of your foot. Here, I want you to focus on digging your shoulders into the bench, keeping your elbows tucked and pushing in and breathing out. Moving on to pull-ups, I want you to take these nice and slow. And if you can't do a regular pull-up, I recommend using an assisted pull-up machine or use a band so you can control your weight. Make sure to tense your abs here so you can keep a straight back, control the weight and don't shrug it up. For the second to last exercise, remember to keep your elbows in place here and just really go till failure until you cannot do any more and it feels like your arms are burning. And for the final exercise of workout 1, it's barbell bicep curls. So for this, just really control the weight and squeeze at the top, and you should really feel the burn. Now it's time to go through the second workout. This was the yellow workout and we're starting with leg press. Make sure to go all the way down on this one and push through your heels and breathe out on the way up. Now for deadlifts, I want you to start off by having about a foot gap between your feet and keeping your whole body tight and your back straight to avoid injury. This is the most crucial exercise you can learn as a gym beginner, as it really learns how to control your form. I only want you to do 5 repetitions on this exercise just so your body is used to lifting heavy. Be careful kicking the dumbbells up to your shoulders here. Make sure you can choose a weight you can manage and not flare your elbows out as much. The correct form is hard to learn on this one, but just go to failure and feel until your triceps are literally burning. You should really feel this one. Keep your elbows pulled back here and in the same spot. Feel the squeeze and control the movement. You should really feel this in your forearms and your biceps. We're back. I hope you enjoyed that training montage. So if you've been following the routine, you should be about 2 months into your fitness journey now. What I suggest is moving on to a 6-day split. So this is either push-pull legs or Arnold split. Personally, I started with push-pull legs. This is so you can focus on building a more aesthetic physique, but I still recommend bulking during this stage because you most likely still haven't built the foundations needed. Remember that your body weight and muscle mass will grow exponentially during these stages, so your body still might look a bit awkward or disproportional, but trust me, once you follow a more aesthetics-based routine, it will balance out. Your arms will get bigger, your waist will get slimmer, and your shoulders will get broader. If you want to know what the aesthetic muscles are, they're the traps, the side delts, the lats, the upper chest, and the abs. You want to follow a routine that focuses on these aesthetic muscles, but without compromising on strength, as progressive overload is still a key factor in these beginning stages. Focus on training to full intensity, controlling the weight and not ego lifting. I also recommend at this point in your fitness journey to incorporate some kind of cardio at the end of your sessions, not at the start because that will hinder your muscle performance, but at the end just so you can really finish your body off and make sure to get rid of any unwanted fat. Now, it'll most likely take you about 12 months of bulking to get to your goal weight that we talked about earlier. Once you get to your goal weight, you have 2 options. You can decide to keep bulking and go for a bigger, blockier look and a more stronger look, or you can cut down like I did and focus more on leaning out, or maybe you want to practice for a martial arts. Whichever path you take, just remember to keep progressively overloading, tracking your workouts and doing cardio at the end of your gym sessions to get the most out of it. Now, I'm going to quickly run you through the supplements that I took in my gym journey. They're not exactly necessary, but they can help improve your performance. Starting with pre-workout, this is one you see a lot about talked online. It's just full of caffeine basically, and it just gives you a nice rush. But personally, I don't think it's necessary because you can train without caffeine. You don't need pre-workout. But if you feel like you're gassing out at the end of your sessions, then a scoop of pre-workout might help that. Creatine is next. This is a game changer. This helped me retain most of my muscle mass and my strength, even while being a busy college student. What I recommend is that you take 5 grams of it mixed in orange juice. It just helps you retain more water in your muscles, so you can just get a better looking physique and push yourself more in the gym really. I'm not a scientist, but that's a bro scientist definition for you. And finally, we have protein supplements. So you can either get this in powder form in a bag, which can mix into milk, or you can get it in this form, which is called Clear Whey, which can mix into water, and it's kind of like a fruit juice. I don't recommend getting your protein from these sources because if you can get it from actual food, it's a lot better. However, if you are running low on time, then mixing a scoop into some water or making a milkshake or putting in some porridge might be a good idea for you. All in all, going to the gym, it's not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. Once you embrace that it's part of your life now and never stop working, it'll give you levels of discipline and goal setting that will gift you with the visible success that will really shape your life. Personally, the gym was a catalyst for changing the trajectory of my life. It really saved me. and hopefully it can save you too. Lock in, boys.